Okay, welcome back, my sons. It's clip 180 for Maths Watch. This is the harder questions. We're now looking at question 5. Okay, the first part says show that the equation x squared plus 7x minus 4 has a solution between x equals 0 and x equals 1. Well, if we think of any equation, we're trying to find the roots or the solution where it's equal to 0. For example, if I've got a say a graph like this one here. Okay, I'm trying to find the value of x when that graph or that function is at 0 here. So we're looking for this point here. Now that means if I try a value into that equation, maybe slightly higher, I substitute it in, I'd get a positive result for y. And if I substitute a value slightly lower than the x value that I'm after, I will get a negative value. So all I need to do to show that a root lies between two values is to substitute those two values in, and if I get one positive and one negative, that means somewhere between these two x values, so let's call that x1, let's call that x2, and let's call that x solution. Somewhere between x1 and x2, that graph must have crossed through 0. And that's the process we use here. So we've got x squared plus 7x minus 4 equals 0. It's not that graph, I've just used that for an example. This is a quadratic, so we're looking at really a U-shaped graph here, aren't we? And what we're trying to do, if I say when x equals 0, then what I would get for this part of the expression is 0 squared plus 7 times 0 minus 4, which is going to be negative 4. And if I put x equals 1 in, which is the other value they wanted to try, I get 1 squared plus 7 times 1 minus 4, which is equal to 1 plus 7, which is 8, minus 4, which is 4. So again, just like in this graph here, I've tried a value slightly below and slightly above, and one I've got a negative solution for y, and then I've got a positive solution for y. So I can say here, as a sign change occurs, a solution must lie between x equals 0 and x equals 1. Part B. Part B is an rearrangement here. So you've got x, you're basically getting to an iterative formula here. So it's showing you how to do that, going through the steps. Part A, part B. We've got x squared plus 7x minus 4 equals 0. Okay, and what we've got to do, the first thing it says, it's really new 3. You add 4 to both sides. Then it says you're factorising here. So if you x squared plus 7, I must have taken x outside the bracket when that factorisation. Fine. And then all you have to do to get the iterative formula now is divide by x squared plus 7. So we get 4 over x squared plus 7, which we know we can write as an iterative formula that xn plus 1 is equal to 4 over xn squared plus 7. So that's part B. A rearrangement of formula, really, the way that they've done that there. So where are we up to now? Part C. Part C says start with x1 equals 0. Using the iterative formula, using this iterative formula here, we've got here, twice to find the estimate for the solution, write down all the figures on the calculator display. So all we have to do now, well, x1, we know x1 is 0, they've said, sorry. x1 is 0. So x2, just substituting in there, is 4. If that's a 2, remember, that's one less, so that's x1 squared plus 7. So it's 4 over 0 squared plus 7, which is 4 over 7. And x3 is the third one we're after here, is going to be x3 is going to be 4 over x2 squared plus 7, which is 4 over x2 we've already found is 4/7, so 4/7 squared plus 7, and we'll get an answer for that now. So using your calculator, what have we got here? So 4 divided by 4/7 squared plus 7, and I'm getting, in terms of calculator, on my calculator, you can see that very clearly, that's the answer that I'm getting there. So I'm writing all that down. That is 0. Let's move over so you can see what's going on here. 0.545 961 0028. So I hope that's correct. Okay.